Hey guys, how are you? I am up and moving around pretty early this morning. I've got my hair pulled back slick in a ponytail so I look bald. I had some errands I needed to run and I have a doctor's appointment this morning. I also had to take Izzy back to the vet. I dropped her off and left her there while I'm out running my errands today. Let me get this set down. Okay, so anyway, and it might be a little bit bumpy because the car's bumpy, so I'm sorry about that. But I called yesterday because, as you know, I've not been feeling well. If you watched my last plan with me, then you know, on my main channel, then you know that I'm not feeling well. And so what I decided to do was call my doctor, and I'm going in today. I was supposed to go in at 9, but she had an emergency surgery, and I won't go in until 11:30. Well, I was already out. So I dropped Izzy off at the vet. She is, when she goes to sleep, she's peeing on herself again. She just went through 14 days of antibiotics and was on incontinence medicine. And she was off of it for a day and a half, and she started again. So, you know, I really do believe she started yesterday afternoon. It was like she was needing to go out more frequently. And, you know, typically I know I do that when I am, you know, when I'm getting a bladder infection, but I don't think she has one. Just a second, let me adjust my things here. Holding it, trying to hold it still. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so yeah, so I just dropped her off at the vet, and they're going to do a urinalysis on her and probably put her back on medicine. At this point, I think it's her age. She's going to be 10 this year, and I really do think that it's an age situation. So I dropped her off, and I had to go downtown to Birmingham, Alabama, and get the water to my house put in my name. I had to take my paperwork where I purchased the home. When you purchase a home that is in foreclosure and it is owned by the bank, then the people that used to live there, the bills still continue to come. And that sort of thing. I'm kind of late getting it turned over into my name, but I had no choice. I had to wait. I can't just get up and go 45 minutes out of my way. I've got to make it work. You know, I got to make the trip last. So, I decided, since I was going to be on this other side of town, that I would go ahead and do it all in one trip. So I went ahead and made a trip to take care of my water situation. So that is now done. The deposit has been paid, and the transfer fee has been paid, and the water is now up and going in my name, and it is my name on the bill. I did not sleep well last night. I don't know if you guys are this way, but the way that I work, and I don't know if it's because I do YouTube, but I've heard other YouTubers say the same thing, and my mom is the same way, so maybe I just got it from her, I don't know, but I'm used to being able to, there's some holes in the road. I'm sorry guys if it's making this bumpy. It's just the funniest thing, but if I don't have anything to do and I can just sleep in and do my normal routine, I'm fine. I usually sleep really, really well. This morning, like any other time when I have to get up to go somewhere, I can't sleep tonight. I just can't do it. I can't sleep. It's the most bizarre thing ever. Just knowing that I have to get up. I don't know if it's dreading it. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. That mount is not. It's attached to the car. What can I say? But anyway, earlier I was afraid I was going to knock it out of the mount when I was adjusting my air. Anyway, so I just, I don't know. It's the weirdest thing that I can't sleep when I know I've got to get up and go somewhere. And so I got up at 6:30 this morning, and of course I had to take Izzy out and that sort of thing. And She's going to have a bath. I don't know how in the world I'm going to get her bathed. Last time I had the vet do it. But I need to avoid letting the vet do it. Can you tell I got off to a jackrabbit start there? But anyway, it fits very loosely in this clip, and so I just sit it down in there. It's not a very good clip. I need to get a better one. But anyway, it sort of is just holding it is all it's doing. And if I go turning around a corner too fast, it's probably going to, see, it moves up and down. Oh well, anyway, that's beside the point. So I got up this morning, let her out, took a shower, got ready, and I was on my way to my doctor to see what's going on with me. They are going to check my electrolytes, and they will probably do blood work and a number of other things. I guess we'll just have to see. But, gosh, these roads, they need to fix these. Oh my goodness, they need to fix these. This is Tuesday morning. What time do they open? 10 o'clock. Okay, and then there's a Five Below down there. I've never been to one of those. If you've ever been to a Five Below, tell me what that's about. I've never been to one. And they open at 9:30. Yes, Home Goods. I need a apothecary jar that has a lid on it. I need it to put my bath bombs and things like that in there. So I'm just going to sit here because it's a little after 9 now. I'm going to just wait on them to open. So let me... Okay, I've got you in front of me now. I'm holding it instead of letting it rest on that thing. So, yeah, and I just bumped you on the steering wheel. I'm such a great vlogger, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm such a vlogger fail. But, you know, I didn't really want to go anywhere and do too much of anything. But, I mean, because the sweating is just terrible. But, and I didn't wear any makeup because of that. I was just like, you know, I don't do anything but sweat like a fool anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, change hands. I do better with this hand, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now I've got you in my hand. But I need an apothecary jar to put my bath bombs in to sit on my tub. Right now they're all in the wrappers and they're taking up a lot of space on the rack that I have on the back of my bathroom door. So I thought that would be a good way to store them. Then I also thought about going to Michael's and maybe even Ulta, but I'm not sure yet. I may put that off. My son's, I don't know how it is where you live, but a lot of kids, they decorate the top of their cap for graduation. There are no rules, you know, as far as that's concerned. It just has to be, I mean, you know, you can't have anything hanging off of it, I guess, is probably the only thing I can think of, or, you know, profanity or anything like that. So, but yeah, I just decided to get out. I was on the road and I thought, I might as well pull out my vlog camera and vlog just a little bit. So I'm just going to go in here and do that. And then I'll be off to the doctor, you know, after I have spent a little time walking around and looking and that sort of thing. I have, I've been going through a little bit that I really haven't been talking about, and not sure that I should. I'll just say that it has to do with my ex-husband, and I'll leave it at that. And I don't know if anybody other than my parents get it. Because they've been there up front and center, and they've seen it with their own eyes. But I don't think anybody really knows him. I don't think anybody does. And honestly, the person that he's dating, unless she's stupid and a glutton for punishment, then she doesn't know either. It took me, they've been together 9 years now, or 8 or 9 years. I'm so red. I didn't really know him at all either until, let me just turn that off. It's kind of getting cold. I mean, see, and I'm getting cold. I'm cold. That's so weird for me. I'm either cold or I am just sweating and so hot that I can't stand myself. But anyway, I don't think anybody really knows him. You kind of have to be at odds with him to understand, in my opinion. But there's some stress there that has been building over the last couple of years. And a lot of it has to do with my son's college. And I'm trying to be careful what I say because I'm not sure exactly who all watches my vlogs. But I'm just going to say that he is not what he seems to be. To the normal person, he would come across as a really nice, easygoing, likable guy. But when you are alone with him or communicating with him and you are in a position where you're at odds with him, he's just not the person people think that he is, and it's very stressful. Should have got away from that situation long before I did. Would have been healthier for me if I had. Probably would have been healthier for my son if I had. Because he's had to endure, hear, see, listen to, and watch a lot. When my son turned 18, I told him that he was just going to have to be the one that communicated to his father anything that I needed him to know. And my son is your typical 18-year-old boy, and he's really only concerned with his time with his girlfriend right now and where he's going to school. I have been working tirelessly for weeks now, and well, actually months, trying to get him in the school he wants to go to. But that's not sitting well with his daddy. And his daddy doesn't want him to go where he wants to go. He wants to keep him home. The way I look at it, if I can get him in school and get him enough financial aid that will pay for his schooling, then he should be able to go where he wants. But his dad doesn't. I don't know if he doesn't want to let go of control, if he's just doing it because he's who he is, which nobody knows who he is really, like I said. But it's been really bad the last few months. And I would say it started in December, like hardcore. It started. The issues between us. We had been civil. Well, we had been semi-civil. As far as my son is concerned, we had been civil. But now things are getting to the point that I've blocked him. I can't handle the behavior that he shows towards me. And so between that and the eating and drinking situation, and I really honestly thought it was just my nerves. The first week or so, I thought, well, it's just finally getting to me. I'm trying to move, trying to, deal with getting everything taken care of with that. And adding him on top of it, it's like the cherry on top of the, cake. I just, I felt like that my health was just a result of pressure and, those kinds of things. But it's obvious that that's not what it is, because I did block him, and I have not been communicating until last night, and I had no choice but to communicate with him because I found out some information from the university, and it needed to be communicated. My son was with his girlfriend, and he refused to forward any of the messages that I sent him to give to his dad. And then, of course, his dad had to come back with the she doesn't know what she's talking about, expletive this, expletive that, talking about me to his son. He's so respectful. So I sent him a message, and I told him that I would only talk to him if he was calm, civil, and he would treat me like a human being. So we texted back and forth a little bit about the situation, and it has become very, very real. He does not want his son to go to that school, and he's going to block it any way he can. It doesn't matter that it's his dream to go there. It doesn't matter that that's what he wants. It doesn't matter that he can get there and there will be little out-of-pocket cost. It just doesn't seem to matter to him. He wants him to go to a school that's fairly local, where he can live at home still. And like I said, I don't know if it's about control. I don't know if it's... I don't know what it is. I really don't. I've been trying so hard and fighting since last August, trying to get the information that was needed for my son. All he had to do, yesterday was the deadline. And unfortunately, that came and went. But it was the deadline for him to pay his housing application and put down who he wanted as a roommate, his roommates. And they had a big plan, that sort of thing. And he can go to school there. And it can be afforded. But his dad's not willing. I know one day in my heart that you know how you see things that are happening that are bad, and you just keep thinking, why does it have to be this way? Guys, sometimes the only comfort I have is knowing that he is going to have to answer for his actions. There are some people that walk this earth that they're just evil. Yep, there are. He's going to have to answer for his actions. And because he's not being a parent, he's just being like a big brother or a plate pal. He's also going to learn one day that my son needed a parent. And I'm the only one that's been a parent to him so far. So all I can do is sit back and just pray that my son realizes one day. I believe he will. I believe he will. It seems like I'm not the cool parent right now. And that's okay, because I would rather not be the cool parent and be the parent than to be the part-time fraternity pal / best friend. That's just my choice, you know. I know there's a saying that, you know, raise up a child in the way that they should go from the Bible. And, you know, I can't say that I've done that completely, but I can say that I've done my best. And, they say that, you know, a child always comes back to what they were taught. And that's what I'm hoping for also. So, there's that. Child support was late again. I get my son's child support based on whether or not he's mad at me or not. If he's mad at me, it's late. He was mad at me yesterday. It was due yesterday. Yesterday came and went, no child support. You can only push a woman so far until she finally fights back. There's more to lose than just having to pay back child support. You know, in life, we can choose to turn the other cheek and forgive. And that's what I've been doing. I've been doing that for a decade. However, there comes a point in time when I just can't turn my cheek anymore. Because every time I turn my cheek, it gets slapped. And people are sitting next to me wondering what I'm doing. I'm waiting on the store to open. I think it's opening. Not sure. Not sure I'm even going to upload this vlog. Don't know if I should. It may be just too much. Yeah. Everybody has problems in life. Everybody handles them their own way. Okay, these two ladies, one of them, the driver, she just got out of her vehicle, and it is a really tall, it is a, what is that? It's an Escalade. She has on a really, really short jumper. And when she got out, her legs were not together. It was a Britney Spears moment from 1990, whatever. Oh my gosh. It was a Britney Spears moment. There's no doubt. Oh my God almighty. Oh my gosh. I swear, people, it's always something. You know, it was kind of a somber mood anyway. I needed a laugh. Oh my God, I just happened to look over at her and she was getting out and I couldn't help. I mean, there's some things you can't unsee. But I am going to, now that the store is open, I'm going to go inside. I'll let you guys know if I purchase anything. I'm just really looking for a apothecary jar with a lid on it so that I can put my bath bombs in there and it look okay and they won't be dusty or in those paper bags anymore. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in there and check things out and we'll just see how things go. I'm just gonna walk around a little bit. But yeah, I'll pick it back up with you guys in a little bit. Well, hello guys. Here we go. Straight from the shower and into the PJs. Yeah, I was sitting here watching YouTube and I thought, oh, I forgot to, vlog a little more. I did find some things at Home Sense today. I just wanted to pick up a couple of things and then the main thing that I was looking for was an apothecary jar to put my bath bombs in so that I could sit that on the side of my tub. They'd be easy and they'd look nice, that sort of thing. So I did that, and then I found a couple other things that I liked that I picked up. So I'll show you guys that probably in the morning because it's already gotten dark here. I did find just a frameless canvas, that I really liked that I thought about getting to put over my tub, but I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with that. I may or may not. There were several of them there, so if I do decide to get back and get it, I might. But I was actually at the doctor the majority of the day. I got there just a little before my appointment time at 11:30. So I got to shop in Home Sense a good little while actually. But I was starting to kind of hurt and not feel well. And like I told you, I've not had a lot of energy. So, anyway, I went. She talked to me. I've lost 6 more pounds. I seem to be losing everything in 6-pound increments. But, I think we have figured out why I have not been feeling well and why I've been being sick. And no, I'm not pregnant. That's not even an option. I don't have those parts anymore. But, when I had my gastric bypass, I chose it for 2 reasons. One reason was maximum weight loss. And the other reason was that I have severe gastric reflux. And I've struggled with it for years. I've always had to take something. If I miss one day, the acid just about kills me. So gastric bypass is supposed to solve that problem. It's supposed to cure that because basically you're bypassing the area that the reflux happens, So since my surgery, I've not had one bout with that. But, I am still taking my medicines. She gave me, while I was still in the hospital, you have to spend the night in the hospital with gastric bypass. While I was in there, she had them fill for me a Protonic, which is basically the same thing as Prilosec. It calms your stomach. And she gave me that, and she said I needed to take that every day for a year. And it had 12 refills on it. And so there was that. Well, I asked her about my other medications, if there was anything I could let go of. And she said, no, you need to go ahead and stay on everything. And I said, even the Prilosec? And I just call it omeprazole because that's the generic word for it. But I said, even the omeprazole? She said, yeah, go ahead and stay on that for a year post-surgery. She said, that way we know that you won't have any acid at all. Because that could be really harsh. And so I was like, okay, yeah. Well, I talked to her at different times about those 2 things. And so I don't know if she forgot she had given me the Protonics or whatever. Her nurse, her assistant, does a lot of the prep when you go in, and she's the one that checks your medications and that sort of thing, make sure that everything is still the same. So today when I got there, I went on back, and her assistant talked to me for a good little while, and then she came and talked to me, and she asked me some very pointed questions. She was worried about the possibility of colitis or something like that. We ruled that out through talking. Several things like that. And so we just continued to talk, and she said, I am proactive. I'd rather be on the safe side, And I told her I had to. I mean, I have already had one complication with this surgery. So we agreed. And since I'm not taking in enough fluids and I'm not getting in my protein shakes and that sort of thing, I don't have any energy, all that. So she sent me for a full workup. Let me tell you, I started out with some x-rays. I had x-rays of my abdomen. They turned me every which way but loose in several ways that I just about couldn't do because of my back. But then I had to do the dreaded barium swallow. It was an upper GI, and they gave me barium to swallow. It's like liquid chalk if you've never had it. And they x-ray you while it's going down to make sure that it's going through and there's no blockages or anything like that. It's awful. I just can't tell you how awful it is. Now, I am going to get back to the 2 medications that she told me to take. So I go through these tests. Then I have to go to a different floor, and the girl took blood, and I thought she was going to drain me dry. She took 6 of those really large vials. I was already feeling weak. I had tried to make sure that I had taken in some fluids, but I have really small veins. They roll, and I get dehydrated easily, and I'm a very hard stick. I always have been, but she was able to get it first try, and it, lasted a little while. I was beginning to my hand was going numb at one point because there was no blood going to it. It was all going in the vials. But she called me, the doctor, my surgeon. She told me she'd call me this afternoon, and after, and she did. She called me, and we talked for a good long while, and she said that my upper GI and everything turned out totally normal. Everything looked good. She said that I needed to up my fiber. And I'm taking the smallest dose of fiber right now. So upping it is no big deal, especially since I'm not eating a whole lot of fruits and vegetables or anything, because I'm not eating anything at all. Not even getting in my required 2 shakes a day, 2 protein shakes a day. So she said, now let me ask you a question. She said, you're not still taking the Protonics and the Prilosec, right? And I said, yes, I am. She said, and why are you doing that? I said, because you told me to. And she said, what did I tell you to do? I said, well, when I was in the hospital, you told me to take that Protonic every day, and you wanted me on it for a year. I said it had 12 refills on it, and so I've just been getting it refilled and taking 1 a day. She said, but you haven't been taking the Prilosec with that. And I said, oh, yes, I have. Omeprazole, that's what I call it. That's just the generic. She said, the omeprazole, you've been taking that too? And I said, yes. And she said, why are you taking both? And I said, because you told me to. And she said, when did I tell you to take the Prilosec or omeprazole? And I said, my first visit back to you, I asked you if I should continue all of my medicines, and you told me yes. And I asked you even the Prilosec, and you said yes. And I said, I take 2 a day, 1 in the morning and 1 at night. She said, oh, good Lord, I've just figured out. We've just solved the problem. She said, I really do feel like that it's a good thing that we've gotten the blood work because I have asked for a full panel. She said, I'll have answers tomorrow. She said, I need to make sure that your vitamin D is not low, and I need to make sure that your B12 is okay. She said, you know, I also run a couple of, I'm having them run a couple of tests to check your pancreas just to be on the safe side. She said, but Prilosec, omeprazole, whatever you want to call it, and Protonics are the same thing. She said, and they cause unbelievable nausea. She said, you have been taking a triple dose. And I said, I know. I said, but that's what you told me to do. She said, at some point there was a miscommunication. She said that when I gave that to you in the hospital, that was supposed to replace your Prilosec. When you asked me about the Prilosec in the office later on, a month later, she said, I guess I just figured that I didn't give you the Protonics if you were still taking it. And that's why you were asking. She said, if you have been not eating and not drinking and you've been taking a triple dose, she said, you need Phenergan. I said, sure do. She said, I cannot imagine the nausea that you, she said, I can't, she said, she said, that causes incredibly, she said, it will make you so very sick. I said, I know that. She said, oh, dear Lord, I think that's what the problem is. She said, stop the Protonic that I gave you. She said, don't take another one. She said, you can take one Prilosec a day. She said, take it in the morning and don't take anything else related to that. Nothing to do with the stomach. No Rolaids, no anything like that. She said, if you do have acid, call the office. She said, we've got to get you eating again. She said, you're taking a triple dose of a medication that is known to make you very sick, and you've been doing it on an empty stomach every single day. She said, I don't know how you're not dizzy just walking around. And I said, well, the profuse sweating was a pretty big clue that something was seriously wrong. She said, you have been overdosing on that for at least 3 weeks now. I said, I guess so, So I think that's the problem. Not taking anything tonight. I've already taken a Protonic and a Prilosec this morning. Won't be taking another one tonight. I did take a Phenergan. I had to go to the pharmacy and pick it up. When I got home, I went to take a shower. I got in the shower, washed my hair, and while I was getting my hair, I put lots of stuff in my hair, for moisture and to control the majority of the frizz. When y'all see the real bad frizz, it's when I have not blow dried it or anything like that, like it's just super wet right now. So I was doing all that, and I went on and took the Phenergan while I was doing that. I didn't want to get like drowsy or loopy, while I was in the shower. I didn't think that I'd be alone. I didn't think that would be a good idea. So I waited until I got out of the shower, and I was pulling my hair up, took it, and I am sitting here. I have a protein shake, my second of the day, that I have just about finished, and I have a 20-ounce unsweet tea, and I am feeling great. I can see where that if I hadn't taken the Phenergan, that the shake would make me sick, because it does kind of gag me a little bit drinking it, but a lot of it is just because I don't like the flavor. It's just one of the flavors, this one's strawberries and cream. It just tastes fake, I mean, it is what it is. You just have to kind of, just endure it. But I'm just thankful that, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But I'm also thankful that she went ahead and ran a full panel. I'll know for sure if my pancreas is healthy and all those things, which is good. I'll know if my B12 is, bad. I'll know if, because I can always go to my regular MD and get a B12 shot. That's not a problem at all. And, but I do hate that I had to go through the barium swallow and all that because it's like liquid chalk. And what it does is it goes down into your colon and then it hardens. It's just like plaster. It hardens to the shape of your colon. And if you don't drink plenty of fluids and take like X-Lax or something like that, then you've got a problem. So I have, this is my second 20 ounce of tea. Plus, I've had a bottle of water and 2 shakes today. As far as food, I had some, when I got home from the ordeal, and I knew I needed to drink something and I needed to try and get something in my system. I did have some leftover mac and cheese from KFC. So I ate a little bit of that. It was pasta. It was easy going down. It wasn't strong flavored or anything like that. So I had that. And I'm actually already feeling human again. But a lot of that is the phenergan. I mean, when you take phenergan, it just makes you feel better. It takes away the nausea. So there's that. So I got some shopping done. Tomorrow morning, I will go in with this vlog and continue. I'll show you what I got from there. I just don't want to do it here at night. It's dark and I want you to be able to kind of see. I'm just going to sit in front of my back windows and show you what I got. And yeah, so there's that. I think we solved the caper. I think we solved the mystery. But yeah, I mean, there's been a couple of emotional ups and downs today also. Izzy seems fine. She is now on Pro-N, which is the medicine I mentioned earlier in the vlog for incontinence. I just told them, they said that her pH in her urine was still really, really high. And we don't know what's causing that. She drinks bottled water. And I mean, she drinks bottled water. She drinks water that is better than my water. I drink just Walmart water and she's drinking Dasani because the minerals in it. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen, but you can go on YouTube and you can look at, where they test water and the acidity of water. And since she is, her pH is, off and that sort of thing, I've got her on a water that is, it's low in acid. And that will keep from irritating her bladder. And I just went on and got a month's worth of medication for her for incontinence. She's 10. She was born December the 13th, 2006. So she's 10 years old, and she's actually this year will be 11, which is hard to believe. But she's already more comfortable. She's laying down. She's getting a bath first thing in the morning. I'll have to get over in the tub with her, but I have one of those. Both of the showers here have those heads that are removable, and you can spray down, which is wonderful. So I can just kind of drop that down. I can put my feet over into the shower area with her, and then I can just spray her instead of having to basically donk her. So it should be much easier, and I won't have to bend over quite so far. But I'm going to give her a good bath tomorrow and brush her and get her feeling better. She always feels better when she's clean. She gets very embarrassed when she has an accident like that and that sort of thing. You don't think that animals have feelings, but they really do. I mean, and I know she does. So I'm going to take care of her. I'm going to stop talking here. The next time you see me will be in the morning, and I will show you what I got home since, and I'll close out the vlog and upload it. I hope that you guys have a wonderful night. I can't believe it's Tuesday night already for this week, but I'm looking forward to the end of the week because there's some senior activities going on for my son, and yeah, it's going to be a great week, guys. And might have got off to a rough start, but it's going to be a great week. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, it's the next day. I haven't been up very long. So yes, I'm still barefaced. I tried eating and drinking this morning, and yeah. So I took up Phenergan, and I'm hoping that it's going to help me feel a little bit better. I'm sitting here in front of my back window. I'm kind of at an odd angle, I guess, but I figured this would do for now. I'm just trying to kind of go through some things, and eventually I will, I'll give you a house tour once I get everything in place, but the Lord only knows when that'll be. But I did want to show you the things that I got from Home Goods. I think a couple of times in my last vlog I called it Home Sense, but it's Home Goods. So what I did, I went after a apothecary jar, and I found this one. I really liked the shape of it. I like that it kind of tapers down and then comes out right here. It's kind of got this little ball that it sets on, and this is the top. So when you put it together, it's just like this. And I'm going to fill this with bath bombs, and I'm going to set that on my around my tub. There's lots of areas around my tub to set things, and so I'm going to do that. Let's see, how much was that? That was only, yeah, it was $12.99. That's not bad, I didn't think, anyway. Especially, I mean, I don't have that many bath bombs, but the ones that I do have, they're taking up space, and I'd like to get them out of the wrapper where I can see what I have and that sort of thing. So I got that, and then I ran across this. This is just a little plastic cup. It was $2.49, but it's got this blue color, and if you look really close, you can see that it has this raised starfish and bubble motif on it or whatever. I just got this. I need something to put my toothbrush in. The one that I have to put my toothbrush in now is kind of yucky, and when I saw this one, I thought, that'll be cute, because even if I have to sometimes you just have to set your toothbrush out, and that sort of thing. So I thought this would be good either for my toothbrush or even for, taking my medicine at night as an actual cup, which is what it's designed for. But I thought it was really cute. It has this blue color, which I have a lot of in my bathroom. So I went out and grabbed it. The next thing that I purchased, I just saw this and fell in love with it. I have the double sinks, and in between the double sinks, there's a good bit of room. I'm going to go to Pier 1 and see if I can find a really pretty beaded placemat. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put that in between the sinks on top of the counter. I want to find something that is in the colors that I have in my bathroom, just ocean beachy colors. And then I want to set this on top of it because I thought this was absolutely gorgeous. I fell in love with it. It is this container here. This is metal, and you can see it's the beach motif. I think that it's gorgeous. I love the bottom of it has the starfish on it here and here. It's just really, really pretty. I have some sand and some the rocks that are this color, but they kind of have that iridescent look about them, that I can put in this to kind of fill it up, and then I have some things to stick inside. So when I'm done with that, the one that I had before was plain, and it got dropped and broken. But that was during my move before this one. So it got dropped and broken, and I thought, well, I'll just save those things, and then I'll get a new one. Well, when I saw this one with this metal, I thought it was gorgeous. See, my house was built with just the basics, and so since it was built with just the basics, I just, I'm like, well, the basics mean, it's got the just the normal faucets and that sort of thing, and I'll eventually either update them to brushed nickel, or possibly even maybe some bronzy color or whatever. But for the bathroom, I thought it'd be pretty just to leave that as is and put some brushed nickel in there, and I think that'll look really nice. So now that I have a tub, I do have a rack hanging at the back of my tub, and I had gotten rid of my towels that I hung back there. Well, I found these at Home Goods, and They were decently priced, you know, for towels. I wanted to put some like decorative towels back there, but I wanted something that had a lot of color. In the past, I've always gone with something that's very ornate and that sort of thing. But the problem with going with something that's very ornate is that if it starts getting dusty, especially if it has a beaded trim or anything like that, when it starts getting dusty, it's very difficult to clean, and it's not like you can throw it in the washing machine. So I found these. They're by the brand Tortuga Bath Collection, 100% cotton. The bath towel was $7.99. So this is the pattern that you would see. I liked it because it has the blue and the tan. I have a couple of pictures. One has the scallop shell and one is the other kind of shell that, heck, I don't even know what you call it. I just know that the one is the scallop shell and the other one's the round. I know the name of it, but I can't think of it right now. But anyway, these are the towels that I bought to hang on the rack with my tub. I got 2 of those. I got 2 hand towels, just like this. Nautilus. That's what I was trying to think of, the Nautilus shell. Okay, and so I've got this or whatever, and then I got, of course, 2 hand washcloths. So I'm just going to hang these back there at the back, and I'm going to see how they look. And if they look, you know, okay, see, they're going to match the pictures that I have already really well. But I don't know if they're kind of fancy enough to be decorator towels. I can always add a trim to the bottom of them, which I've done before in the past. I've just gone like to the sewing, you know, like to a fabric shop or something and found some trim. And it doesn't take my mom any time just to kind of zip through and sew that onto the bottom edge of them to, you know, bring them alive with, you know, something a little extra. But that's what I got at Home Goods. And they had so many things that were pretty. Of course they do. But, you know, these are the only things that I found that I was willing to put money out on, you know, for right now. I just knew that I wanted to start bringing some color in. My bath mats are already this pale blue color here. And then the one that I step out of my shower is this light sand color. Maybe you can see it better there because it was kind of washed out. But they are kind of plain around the edges, but I'm thinking that might just be the way to go for me. That way, you know, if they get dusty, I can throw them in the washer and dryer and hang them back up and they're good to go. When they have been embellished, or if they come with, you know, a very fancy trim on them, you can't do that. So yeah, that's what I did. That's the only damage I did at Home Goods. I just really, I went really easy on things. While I'm thinking about it, this one was this was $14.99. And I thought that was a great price. This is a very heavy metal. Reminds me a lot of Arthur's Court, if you've ever heard of that. Arthur's Court pieces are really, really pretty. But I will get this stuff placed in my bathroom, and when I go to do a tour, I'll show you how I've placed it and what I've done with it. At this point, it's looking like it's probably going to just be a one room tour at a time. I woke up this morning. I was feeling pretty good. I wanted to eat. I thought that was great. I ate a bowl of cereal. I just had some whole wheat Cheerios or multi-grain Cheerios. That's what I had. I had that, and you know, it just I was able to eat it, no problem. And I was drinking my coffee, and I can't find any enjoyment in my coffee right now. I know it's the being nauseous and stuff like that, but as soon as I finish, I usually drink the milk off of my cereal. A lot of people don't, but I do. And I mean, it's like 1 or 2%. It's low fat, whatever. It's not fat free because my son doesn't like it. He said it tastes like water. But you know, I tried to drink the milk off of it, and I started getting funny feeling, and I was like, here we go again, you know. So I went on and went in there and took a Phenergan for nausea, and I still had not taken down my protein shake yet. So, I started breaking out into a sweat. I mean, I'm just like, right now, I'm hot. I'm burning up. So I really do believe that me being nauseous and sick at my stomach is bringing in some nervous issues that's kind of making me perspire. And I'm hoping that that medication will get out of my system in the next day or so. I really have so many things that I want to do. And it's, it's hard when you are kind of looking at it, sitting around, because it's a nightmare. And you don't feel good. All you want to do is just sit still and that sort of thing. So I think what I'm going to do is just take it room by room. I'm going to try to work on my bathroom and also work on trying to put up some of my planner supplies today if I can get over the nausea. The only thing is that at least I did eat now. And I did get the protein shake down. So one thing accomplished today. I ate. And I did get in a protein shake, and I haven't lost it. I just feel like I'm going to. But the fenugreek usually makes me super, super sleepy. So we're just going to see how that turns out. I'm staying in my PJs today because if I decide to go lay down, I want to just go lay down. And so that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, I'll probably have to just do one room at a time because I just don't see how... I mean, I think the only way that I'm going to be able to survive is just to kind of focus on one area at a time. If I try to focus on more than one area, it's like chasing rabbits or, like shiny object syndrome. I sort of like, I'll be working on one thing and I'll find something that needs to go to another area. I get to that area and I get busy doing things there. And then I realize that I forgot what I was doing before. And I mean, I may be 3 or 4 items down before I realize that I never finished number 1. And I don't know if you guys are that way, but I mean, I just chase rabbits all day long. And so I am going to try very hard to focus on one area at a time. Focusing on my bathroom really does mean that I've got a lot of stuff in there that's got to come out. And I can't even imagine touching my master closet right now, which is part of my bathroom. So I may just push everything out of the way and shut the door for now. The clothes that I have to wear that fit me at this time are out and separated from the rest. So I may just close that door and work on that another time. And work on my bathroom. I still have a lot of my makeup is in the bathroom and it needs to be moved to my master bathroom, to my master bedroom, into my beauty area. And so, yeah, and I've got a lot of things that, gosh, I don't know. I mean, it would be helpful if I had a linen closet, but I don't. I don't have a linen closet or any kind of closet in my bathroom. Which surprises me actually, but I have an extra large master closet and there are lots and lots of shelves in there. So I have taken some things that actually belong in my bathroom and I've put them in these big cotton fabric style, solid baskets. And I have put them, on the shelves at the top on one side of my closet. And that way, if I need anything out of there, and most of it's like medical related, like allergy pills or Band-Aids or, things like that. I've already filled up underneath the cabinet area. So, and that I fill that up with things that I use on a daily basis, in addition to the thing hanging on the back of my bathroom door. Those are things that I reach for on a common basis. And so, I'm just going to try to tackle it one day at a time. And I love this window. Izzy loves this window. Actually, her bed is right here beside me. The window is only about this far off of the ground or off the floor. So basically when she lays in the bed, she can prop her little chin on the windowsill and she looks out. She loves the backyard. And she's responding already to the pro-in. She did not have any accidents last night, and she's not had any so far today. I've been able to coerce her into taking the medicine and chewing it up rather than giving it to her in a those little treat things that pill pockets is what they're called. because they're very fattening and she needs to lose weight really bad. They are beef flavored, and I've been able to, kind of coerce her into chewing those up, and she does it for me. I can tell that she doesn't really want to because they're hard, and but she's been doing it. I'm proud of her. So, but yeah, I'm loving it here. It's just that I know I have so much to do. My mom and I, we have an agreement, and our agreement is that after my son has graduated, which is the 18th, he's going to leave on the 20th for the beach for a week. And I think what we have decided we're going to do is she's going to come help me, and I'm going to purge. I'm going to purge so big. We are going to start going through things, and we are going to start getting rid of things that I don't need. Of course, my mom and dad will get first dibs on anything that I have that I don't want anymore. I do have some bar stool chairs. They're really nice. They're iron, and they're kind of a matte brushed bronzy color iron, and they have like a leather cushioned seat. And I don't have a bar here. I had a bar in the apartment, but not here. And I needed to get rid of those. And my mom and dad have a bar and no stools. So I have given those to them because I know that they can get some use out of them and that sort of thing. And so my mom and dad get first dibs on anything because that's just the way it is. Anything that I'm ready to get rid of, they're going to get first choice. And then after that, I'll move on to family and other family, and then, we'll just see, who wants what from there. But I have a lot to get rid of and a lot to go through. So I would say that a house tour and those kinds of things will be very slow to come. Very slow to come. So please keep in mind that as I vlog, don't expect it very soon, because right now I am in the process of trying to get over basically overdosing myself on Prilosec or stomach aid medication for about 3 weeks now without eating, and it's hard. So and the whole point of this channel is to follow my weight loss, but I also put, if you read in the description, and other random bits. I feel like anything that relates to my health, especially when it does relate to my weight loss and that sort of thing, and any other things that I just choose to share to kind of spice it up a little bit. I just hope that you enjoyed listening to my voice and hearing what I have to say. Because I do want to share things with you, but there are some things that are just not worth making a video about it for my main channel. It's just not really worth it. So I'm hoping in the very near future, though, to do not just a planner video, but do another my very first makeup tutorial in my new space. I can't wait to see how it's going to turn out. The background may not be that great, but I will have a big window like this in front of me, so I'll be facing that direction. And I think it's going to be really nice to have some natural light. I'll also have my vanity mirror, of course, to help. But I think it's going to really help the lighting situation. So you sort of have my face is kind of in the shadow now, but when I look forward is when I kind of like it, it whites me out a little bit. But that room is, it's not quite as bright as this area here. But I am going to try to get one of those up today. And I'm also hoping to get up I've got to edit, but I need to edit and then upload my video for my plan with me and my main planner for the week that we're in. So, yeah. I just need to get it done and so that I can upload it. But just wanted to share those things with you guys. I hope that you enjoy my vlogs. I hope that they're not too long. I know this one will be pretty long, but if nothing else while you're working, maybe you can put it on in the background and listen to me chat and not have to see, necessarily anything. But I did just want to share those, few items that I purchased, and get those put in place and start enjoying, you know, the addition of a few, you know, new things. I can't really do much right now. You know, when you buy a new house, you're kind of strapped for cash, actually. And not to mention, you know, I have a son graduating and I've already purchased the stamps, but I've got to get those invitations out, or I should say announcements, because they're not really invitations. They're just announcements. We can only have 10 tickets per family, and that means that I have to split that with my ex. So he gets 5 and I get 5. So it's me, my mom, and my dad, and then 2 left over for possibly my son's girlfriend. I'm not really sure yet if that's going to be the case. But, yeah, I just, you know, I need to get those out. I've already purchased the stamps, so I don't have to worry about that cost because I've got a lot of them to send out. But, yeah, I'm excited, you know, and, I have a lot coming up, and with all of that coming up and trying to sort through the house, what I have done basically is I've just decided that I can only do it one day at a time. And one day at a time for me right now is I'm not ready to even start. I am going to go and put these things in their spot. I have started trying to really work on my bathroom because, let's face it, in our bathroom and our makeup area is where we spend our time because I have to get ready and go places, you know, and do things. And I've been barefaced for a few days. I've noticed that I've had some texture issues pop up here beside my nose, in this area, and my chin. Because things were packed, when I was taking a shower, I was using my Purity, which is wonderful. It gets off all of the dirt and grime and makeup and all those things, but I wasn't using my Clairsonic, and that's what keeps me from having any texture. And so I was washing my face with my Purity, so I know it was getting clean, but the texture was cropping up because I wasn't exfoliating every day like my skin is used to. So that started, and so I'm trying to get that cleared up. It feels very good now that I've been in the house a few days, and I've been using that morning and night and really working, you know, letting it work this area through here and my chin. It's starting to clear up, thank goodness. But yeah, I didn't want to really do a makeup video while I had that. In fact, I'm trying to keep the makeup off of it for as long as possible. So yeah, that's it. Guys, I've talked for almost 22 minutes or right at 22 minutes, and I need to go. I'm going to go ahead and add this on to the end of the rest of the vlog, and I'm going to get it uploaded for you guys. I love you so much. I appreciate so much your support, your sweet words about congratulating me on my new home, and you know, all the things that you say and do. You're just so wonderful to me, and I couldn't ask for anything better. You guys are awesome to me, and you mean so much. So even though I'm tired, and even though I'm sweating, and even though I don't feel good and I need to go to the bathroom, it doesn't matter what's going on with me. I appreciate you so much that I just want you to know that I'm so happy here. I mean, I'm really, truly happy here. I love this place. And I love that Izzy has, come here, baby. Let me move this. She wants to make come here, baby. Come here. I think she wants to make a grand entrance. Come here, this way. Come here. Come here, baby. She looks kind of rough because she's not been brushed, but here's my girl. Her little ponytail is kind of lopsided, but this is my world right here next to my son. I don't know what I'd do without her, but this is my sweet baby, and she loves it here too. I can tell she's not been sick and carrying on like she has done in the past when I've moved, which has involved throwing up blood and bloody diarrhea. She has been relaxing. Oh, thank you for those kisses. She has just been doing so well. And I know it's because she has a yard to go into. There's not any noise. It's so quiet compared to the apartments. It's just almost crazy how quiet it is. Right? Right. But anyway, Izzy says hello. Say hello, Izzy. I love the dog. Love this baby girl. She's so precious to me. But thank you guys again for watching. I'm going this time for sure. And hopefully I'll have a better background in the future. But right now I just found a spot where I could. I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of the week and the weekend. I love you. Bye.